Top 10 royal privileges Camilla receives that the public doesn't know about. Number 10, Queen Camilla. The coronation invitation referred to the king's wife as Queen Camilla for the first time, officially dropping the word consort from her title, which, you guessed it, raised some eyebrows, in large part because of Camilla and Charles's controversial relationship and the palace's previous stance on her position. The palace argued it made sense to call Camilla Queen Consort before Queen Elizabeth passed away to more clearly distinguish between the two. However, this invitation confirms that won't be the case going forward. It's mostly symbolic, but when you think about it, the monarchy itself is mostly symbolic. Gullis says, noting that titles have long been a point of contention for the family of Prince Harry and Meghan, for example. So these symbolics end up being very important. So what does this change actually mean, and why is it causing such a stir? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Number 9, royal upgrade. Camilla's royal upgrade has been awaited and debated by some for as long as she's been married to Charles. Charles and Camilla knew each other before he married Diana in '81, and they continued their relationship beyond then. Princess Diana famously said, "There were 3 of us in this marriage," and many of her admirers have blamed Camilla for breaking it up. And even though Diana passed away in 1997 and Charles and Camilla have been married since 2005, the legacy of Diana is something that still curses Camilla. After Charles and Camilla got married, many wondered whether the mistress turned duchess would become a future queen. At the time, royal agreement stipulated that she would eventually be known as princess consort, but obviously she upgraded that title to queen. Camilla's approval ratings have steadily increased over the years, with many Britons seeing her as a warm presence and a calming influence on her husband. And she's gradually taken on a more public role with her royal duties, including charity work focused on empowering women and promoting literacy. In 2021, Queen Elizabeth appointed Camilla a Royal Lady of the Most Noble Order of the Garter, the most senior order of knighthood in the British honor system. And the following year, on the eve of her 70th anniversary on the throne, she said it was her sincere wish that Camilla be known as Queen Consort when the time comes. Camilla went on to adopt that title after Queen Elizabeth's passing in September 2022. Gullis says the consort label seemed to symbolize all of the things that made Camilla seem illegitimate in the eyes of the public and the royal family, including the fact that she was divorced. Number 8, the other woman to queen. In the early years of Charles and Camilla's marriage, it had been thought that Camilla would become princess consort. That changed in February when Queen Elizabeth stated she would like Camilla to be known as Queen Consort. And that statement put to rest years of speculation and debate about Camilla's future. Her complicated history with Charles had been portrayed in pop culture with varying degrees of accuracy, including in the popular Netflix series The Crown. There are some people who are gonna consider Camilla the other woman forever, which is true. While Charles was still married to Diana, he publicly admitted to carrying on a long-time affair with Camilla, who was married to her first husband Andrew during their extramarital relationship. The admission set into motion a series of scathing articles about Charles and Camilla, and prompted Diana to famously say in a television interview, "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded." Charles and Diana ultimately divorced in '96, with Camilla and Charles' wedding happening in 2005. Number 7, rebuilding the image. Following Diana's passing, royal aides tasked with rebuilding the tarnished reputation of the royal family, battered by years of negative media stories about infidelities, also slowly began to take the task of integrating Camilla into a more public role. In the years since, criticism in the press has all but dried up as she became a firmly established member of the family, and royal watchers say her mischievous sense of humor has helped win over those who meet her. When the royal car carrying the couple was caught up in violence in London in 2010 following protests by students, and Camilla was reportedly poked with a stick through her open window. Papers praised her stoicism when she later joked, "There's a first time for everything." Nonetheless, the change marks a milestone in Camilla's decades-long road to rehabilitating her image from someone once reviled as the other woman in Charles's first marriage to Princess Diana to a senior royal member largely accepted by the British public. Number 6, taking Diana's title. Now, Camilla has never fully won widespread public affection, but according to a regular YouGov poll tracker in May 2022, just 20% of respondents thought she could be queen, while 39% thought she should receive the title of princess consort. However, a poll for the Daily Mail after the queen backed her becoming queen consort suggested that 55% supported that move compared to 28% who were opposed. While many Britons have been unforgiving about any role she played in the breakup of Charles and Diana's marriage, Prince Harry indicated this was not the case with him and his older brother. To be honest with you, she's always been very close to me and William, Harry said in an interview to mark his 21st birthday in 2005. She's not the wicked stepmother. At number 5, approval from the family. Camilla was viewed negatively by the royals, but Diana was received with open arms. Charles has always treated Camilla as an equal, and their age gap was not as big as Charles and Diana's, who was 13 years younger. However, Camilla was not wanted by the royal family as its princess. For one thing, she was thought to be an inexperienced woman, which made her a no-go for the royal family. In addition, she was not thought to be sufficiently aristocratic to be a princess. Diana was thought to be the better match for Charles by the queen. Sure knock asserts she was very much a hit with the royal family. They really warmed up to her. Diana did a great job of modeling what she thought it would be like to be a princess. So naturally, Camilla was a little harder to get used to. But hey, now she's queen, shout out to her. Number 4, the rebrand, Queen Camilla. Many never thought it would actually come to this, but after the coronation of King Charles and his beloved wife, it's official that Camilla has completely rebranded from when she was first introduced as a part of the royals. Tina Brown, former Vanity Fair editor, told Page 6 Camilla is the greatest image rehab in history. She deserves a crown just for toughing it out. The crowning of Queen Camilla was the culmination of a quarter of a century of intensive work by the king, their friends, and their counselors. Its most dramatic moment came last year when there was a sustained campaign to strong-arm Queen Elizabeth to endorse Camilla as queen consort shortly before her passing. On February 5th, 2022, the eve of her platinum jubilee, the late queen wrote in a touching letter, "And when in the fullness of my time, my son Charles becomes king, I know you will give him and his wife Camilla the same support that you have given me, and it is my sincere wish that when that time comes, Camilla will be known as queen consort as she continues her own loyal service." Number 3, Coronation of Camilla. Camilla was coronated in a shorter and simpler ceremony following Charles's crowning and was crowned with Queen Mary's crown, marking the first time an existing crown was used for the queen consort's coronation. "May thy servant Camilla, who wears this crown, be filled by thine abundant grace, and with all princely virtues reign in her heart, O King of love, that being certain of thy protection, she may be crowned with thy gracious favor," the Archbishop of Canterbury said as he placed the crown on Camilla's head. Super official, guys. Camilla's title is not changing after her coronation. Since her husband became king, she assumed the title of Queen Consort Camilla. However, Queen Camilla will do since it's nicely alliterative and the consort part is understood. Number 2, not accepted by the public. After Diana passed away, the British public stopped accepting Camilla as Charles's lover. Camilla became a supervillain in the royal saga after Diana's passing, despite the fact that this seemed illogical. After her party was moved up, she was forced to hide for several months. According to OK Magazine, royal correspondent Judy Wade stated the prince must keep a safe distance from Camilla after Diana's passing. If Camilla's seen anywhere near his home in the next 6 months, he'll be toast. There is absolutely no chance of Charles marrying Camilla now, Royalty Magazine editor Bob Houston said, and he would have to be the dumbest fool in the world to even consider it. Fast forward to the present day, and one of the firm's hardest working royals, Camilla, has successfully relaunched herself over time. In a significant vote of confidence, the queen chose Camilla to be her consort. In the days of Diana's explosive interviews and the tapes of tampons, this result was far from certain, and it kind of seemed impossible. Camilla, in contrast to Harry and Meghan, is frequently praised, at least by Sussex detractors on Twitter, for her lifetime of quietness, which is a virtue in the royal environment, but odd elsewhere. And finally, number 1, control. Diana once claimed Camilla was trying to control Harry and William's lives by taking them on international trips and cutting off their contact with the palace. She accused Camilla of causing a rift between the brothers and believed Camilla was manipulating Prince Charles to further her own agenda and warned him not to trust her. Diana's comments caused a storm in the media, I'm sure you can already assume that, with many people questioning Camilla's influence over the royal family. In response, Camilla denied all accusations and claimed she was only interested in helping Harry and William succeed in their roles as the future of the royal family. She defended herself against any rumors of manipulation or control, saying, "I've always respected both of them." And of course, Prince Charles had to take her side, spoke out on the issue, stating that he had full confidence in Camilla's ability to help guide his sons, and went on to say she was a true asset and had his utmost respect, making it clear he would not be taking Diana's advice in this matter. But that is all for today. Let me know what you think in the comments about Queen Camilla. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more juicy royal updates, and I'll catch you next time on The Rich Life.